Welcome to the Rotary Times Show, a public service program presented by District 7610. Funding for this program is made possible by the generosity of Rotary District 7610, Virginia. On our programs, we talk with Rotarians and community leaders and discuss how Rotary International builds partnerships to support local, national, and world communities. I am your host, Rotarian Dr. Deborah Jackson from the Rotary Club of McLean, Virginia. The success of a Rotary Club is dependent on the club president. They lead, inspire, motivate, and connect their clubs with communities and others locally and around the world. Joining me remotely today is Rotarian Dr. Fayez Saleeb, who is the president of the Rotary Club of Roslyn, Fort Myers, Virginia, for the 2022-23 Rotary year. Welcome, President Saleeb, to the Rotary Times Show.
Welcome, nice seeing you.
Oh my goodness, I'm just so delighted that you are allowing us to come into your place and hear a lot about what's going on out at the Roslyn Rotary Club, because I know you all are doing some amazing things. But to get us started, I want to take us back a minute and have my audience learn more about you. Tell us a little bit about your background and your life before Rotary.
I was born in Egypt. I come from a Coptic family who related to ancient Egyptians, and I graduate from Cairo University, and I got a PhD from Warsaw International University, and got a career as a diplomat. I served in Poland and many countries in Europe, and it ends. My last station was in Washington, and I start I get naturalized in 1989, become American citizen. After that, I work as director of Al Ahram newspaper in Washington. And after that, I left and I become the director of Arab Gulf States Institute in Washington.
Okay.
And now I am retired, and I am the president of our beloved club. I am married, a beautiful wife, and I have one son and 3 grandkids.
Wonderful. What an amazing career. I'm sure that that has been really helpful as you're being a Rotarian. You understand internationally the world, and that's what we love about Rotary. How did you get involved with the Fort Myers Club?
I met Mr. William Bailey, who is a member of Bailey's Crossroad Club. He was a military attaché in Cairo, and we met again in Washington, and he talked to me about Rotary in a nice way. I love to join Rotary. He recommended that I live in Vienna and work in DC. So I in the middle, Roslyn, and I joined Roslyn at that time, I think in 2005.
Okay, so you've been a Rotarian for a good number of years. That's good. That's what we love when lifelong Rotarians. Tell us about your club.
Our club is like 15 members now, and we are growing. We call ourselves a growing club. We are tiny but effective, and we always say we are friends that it happen to be Rotarians.
I love it. That's a great, say that again. I love that. You are friends who happen to be Rotarians. I love that. That is wonderful. Tell us maybe then about your club service projects or service functions. How does it operate?
It's actually, we operate in a way like we help our community. and we share in blood drive, and we serve in carpenters meals that we volunteer in offering, delivering dinner or lunch. Sometimes we help in the front desk.
Okay. So is your club a breakfast club, lunch club, dinner club?
As actually, we were lunch club when we were in Holiday Inn in Roslyn. Holiday Inn was demolished now, so they are building high-rise building. But actually, we meet on Zoom 3 times a month, and once we meet at Jefferson for dinner.
Oh, wonderful. It sounds like. Do you have a speaker at that time?
We always has the distinguished speakers from several international and national and experts, which is very representing the society as a whole. And from there, like we find like people like to come to attend those speakers.
And you all, your club itself hosts a number of international diplomats as members, correct?
Yes, our background as members, like we have like 80% has international background, either working in the State Department or they are working in organizations that care for international. That's why we consider ourselves international club.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's wonderful to hear. You mentioned community service projects. What's been your favorite project to work on?
My favorite projects, two projects, favorite actually. First one, clean water to Uganda, and diagnostics equipment for the poor people in Egypt.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the clean water and then the other program that you're hosting.
Well, we find out that like people drink water that come from the rain and it's not clean and cause this death and sickness. And we start building reservoirs that can, with concrete, that can contain the water clean, and they can drink from it. They can use it in the dry time of the year.
What country are you in currently working on that project?
Currently, we are working on the medical center in Egypt.
Okay.
And we got a global grant, and it started working now. And I think they send the reports now that's working and save a lot of lives.
I understand you all do something locally too to help the seniors in your community.
Yes, like we always visit the Sunrise facilities, and we try to entertain the people there, and try to, because we understand we are aging people and we can help those like seniors.
Yeah, we have to. They're our most vulnerable population that we have to look out for. So thank you all for doing that. How about your vocational service programs?
We have a program that help young people who are looking for a good job to certification for motors mechanics or just mechanics, to be certified as a mechanic. And this organization give them classes and send them to dealers to practice, and after they become expert, they are appointed. They got jobs at the dealers that they work as a trainer.
I tell you, that's a good licensure to have. I've taken my car in now, and everything about the cars now, you have to have some type of license to figure out what's going on. So that is truly amazing that you all are able to do that. Do you do that once a year, or how often?
This, like, we support them, and we invite them to give us a report on what they are doing. But actually, they are like, it's a continuous process. It's not for, it's like a different semester, different, like after they graduate, and it's open for anybody wanted to join them.
That's wonderful. Are they high school young people, or is this post high school?
For sure, they must have like education background, so they can understand the terminology of cars, and especially cars now are become more complicated.
Yes.
And electric cars, and so for sure they must be at least high school, at least.
I tell you, it's something that more young people need to take advantage of. So I'm glad you all are offering it to those in your community. Do you find that, are you partnering with a high school or maybe the community college to do this?
It's actually, we partnering with a school in Arlington that offer like a lot of technical education. This is in addition to what I told you about before.
Okay, sounds
And
like a winner.
we have Interact Club with this school as well.
Oh, wow. So that's wonderful. So you partner with a school that also offers an Interact Club, which is our high schoolers.
Yeah, they teach computer repair, electric works, and very useful education.
Wonderful. Well, we're going to take a short break and be right back and talk more with President Saleeb from the Rosslyn-Fort Myer Rotary Club. Please stay with us.
We've been here before, fighting the problems that fight back, because we see opportunities where others see obstacles. We're change makers and problem solvers, uniting over 1 million minds to address complex issues facing communities around the world, including yours. We're working together as partners and professionals, while making friendships that last a lifetime. We're Rotary, and there's no limit to what we can do.
Welcome back to the Rotary Times, where we're here talking with Rotarian Dr. Fayez Saleeb, the president of the Rotary Club of Rosslyn-Fort Myer, Virginia, for the 22-23 Rotary year. Well, we're back, and you've given us a lot of good information about your club. You all are quite busy. So tell us, you mentioned something about your international service program, Clean Water, and you get that through a matching grant. How long have you had that particular project?
This like 3 years.
Okay. 3 years, so it's pretty successful, I assume.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance yet to go visit the areas where you had that project?
One of our club, Rotarian John Valadice, he has a chance to go and visit because he has expert in Uganda, and he was a professor before in Uganda.
Wonderful.
He was able to go there and rate what we were doing.
Great. I think it's always exciting when you get a chance, if you get a chance, to visit the areas where you have the projects. I think that's always an exciting time. You've now talked about several projects. Tell us which one has given you the most personal satisfaction.
what gives me the most personal satisfaction, the last project that just we are completing it this year. The people were in a small town. They don't have equipment that can diagnose their disease. So the doctors, they don't have the equipment, and it's expensive for them to get it. So this is the one that I am very satisfied I could do it. This is the only project that was done in Egypt.
Wonderful, and very beneficial. So you all supply medical equipment to
Yes,
facilities
like
there.
X-rays, MRI.
Yeah, that's some heavy-duty equipment. You talked about being married to a beautiful woman. How does your family support you in Rotary?
They support me by sitting with them and explaining to them what Rotary do. And at the same time, this is the education process. Like my grandkids, they know that they have a blessing living here in the United States. They have clean water, they have medical insurance, and they now support me in every step I do. And sometimes they come with me when we have a presentation about Rotary and social events. And sometimes we have a table at the flea market in Roslyn, and we talk about this as a family.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Do you invite others to join you there at that table to hear about Rotary and your club?
Yes. By the way, like we have a social every month in one of our houses.
Okay, that's wonderful.
As a Rotarian. So it's actually our club work as a team.
It is a team. Rotary's motto is service above self. Has that been helpful to you in conducting your work-life business?
Sure. Like I look about the impact of what I'm doing. And I try to do something that it's beneficiary for all who are concerned. It's actually the four-way tests are great. Even I advise any one who hear me that my success in business come from this four-way test.
From doing the four-way test, which we recite when we close every meeting, so it becomes a part of who we are. This new normal that we're living in now, with clubs doing in-person or hybrid or some, parts of it, how does that help you when you're recruiting new members?
It's actually, we recruit the new members when we just not to ask them to join, but just to show them what we are doing, and when they see and we talk about Rotary activities through brochures, through now videos are available. That's why I was able to recruit 4 new members during my tenure.
Great. Is it helpful that you now are on using Zoom as a format for meetings?
Oh yes, it's actually comfortable. For example, I have one member live in Ashburn and work in Fort Meade in Maryland. So they travel a lot, so it is convenient for them to join while they are through Zoom.
Do you have a program in place for your new members? How do you onboard your new members?
When a new member be accepted and we vote for accepting him as a member, we invite him to attend the board meeting to see like all the issues of Rotary and all the committees. And we explain to them every committee what they are doing. And after that, we find out what their passion to serve in what committee, and we supported them in that. And we train them one-on-one, and all the old members do the same.
Do you have a mentoring program at all for your new members?
Oh, yes. Through my as a president, I start every meeting with 10 minutes, like training. We talk about, I care about two things, membership and the foundation. And about fundraising, because without members and without money in the foundation, we can't achieve our goals.
Wonderful. Do you have a fundraiser every year or every other year?
It's actually, we have fundraising through the pandemic. It's actually slowed down.
Okay.
You know, we can't do like a lot of fundraising, but we managed to do fundraising through Facebook.
Okay.
And even biking by maps.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, we do like a trip from Seattle to Washington.
Wow.
And we have like Randy Fleetman and John Valadice and Richard Garrison and Dan Burkett. They try to bike at their home with some miles, and they report it to us, and we see where they at till they arrive to Washington.
Wow. Are they on bicycles or motorbikes? Which one?
No, it is. It's actually at home.
Ah.
There is a program that you can attach it to the bike, and so you can make several miles with the map that you drive, for example, from Fairfax to Roslyn, biking while you are at home.
Wow, that sounds fun, like a lot
Because
of
of
fun.
Zoom.
I could do that
Like,
one.
this is like a Zoom, biking Zoom.
Yeah, biking Zoom, okay. Are there other areas that we've not had a chance to chat about related to your club that you want to share, that you find that's so amazing that you all do?
What's amazing that this is a volunteer job, and everybody like do what they do from all their heart. And even we are like 15 members now, and we try to retain the current members, and we observe that they will not get bored, and we try to invent activities, and we just there is a contact now with organization that has a lot of information about Roslyn community, and we are looking for a headquarters that we can meet, maybe in the Hyatt Regency or one of the big restaurants there, if like pandemic conditions slow down. And we are proud that our club could do big projects, and we are active. For example, like we donate to Ukraine for this crisis, and we hope that peace will be soon.
Wow, you shared a lot with us here today. If you had one sentence that you could leave our audience with, if someone's sitting out there that is interested in service, what would you tell them?
My closing message to young professionals that Rotary help you living purposeful life,
Okay.
create a deep sense of meaning, live longer, recover faster, and learn professional skills that enhance your career.
Perfect. I love that. That it's so true for anyone out there. And I hope we have young people who heard your message, because it could apply to anyone at any age, from seniors to the crib, right? We can use it. There's a place for everybody in Rotary. So thank you, Dr. Saleeb, for joining us today. I hope you'll come back and see us again in the future.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Bye.
Funding for this program is made possible by the generosity of Rotary District 7610, Virginia. For the Rotary Times program, I'm your host, Rotarian Dr. Deborah Jackson from the Rotary Club of McLean, Virginia. You're welcome to join us at a Rotary Club in your area for either breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a service project. You can find a club near you by looking us up on the internet. Many clubs are hosting meetings in person, virtually, or in some hybrid format. You only need to look us up for details. Remember, our time is your time, and it's time well spent. Please join us for our next program as we continue to celebrate Rotary's 117 years of service above self.